Welcome guys, welcome to Study More. So as you all know that we have started our lecture series on pharmacology. We have started our lecture series on microbiology, and now we are going to start our lecture series on pathology. Okay, and you also have found, you must have found that I have made that rapid revision section playlist in our channel also. Okay, so go there, watch. There is one disease which is explained in 1 minute or 2 minute, mostly hardly 2 minutes. Okay, and less than 1 minute. So within that time of span, you can revise that disease or any factual thing or any concept, any syndrome, any sign. So which is quite confusing with other word also. So you can go there, watch, and you will be liking that. Okay, so definitely that will increase your knowledge. Okay, so without wasting much more time, so let's start with our pathology. So for pathology, the gold standard book is Robbins. Okay guys, so you all have to read Robbins only, and I'm making notes from the Robbins textbook only. I'm just taking help from the other textbooks and internet, but the base is Robbins. Okay guys. Okay, so genome. So you all know about the genomes, right? This genome is made up of about 3.2 billion DNA base pairs. Okay guys, 3.2 DNA base pairs, billion base pairs. So okay, before that, tell me that you all guys know about the cell structure, right? So just let me revise that so that you will be able to understand at what level we are talking or we are studying. Okay guys, so you all know this, but let me revise it for one very fastly. We'll just read the name. So this is the nucleus. Okay, and inside which there is a nucleolus. Okay, so this is nuclear membrane. Okay guys, so this is the endoplasmic reticulum, you can see. Okay, so these dots are nothing but ribosomes. So if you find the endoplasmic reticulum with these dots with ribosomes, so that is called as a rough endoplasmic reticulum, and which is without the ribosomes, without these dots, so that is called as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay guys, so this is centrioles, this is microtubules, this is powerhouse, our that mitochondria, this is perioxym, this is cytoskeleton, this is ribosomes. I hope you all are able to. Okay, so and this is lysosomes, this is Golgi apparatus, this is free ribosomes. Okay, okay, that's it. So that's it. This is the mota things from our सेलुलर लेवल. ओके गाइस, सो ओके, द जैसे मुझे सेलुलर लेवल एक ये नाम याद आया. सो सेलुलर पैथोलॉजी, द सेलुलर पैथोलॉजी इज व्हाट? सेलुलर पैथोलॉजी इज द pathological study we do at a cellular level. Okay guys, so who coined this term cellular pathology? Our great pathologist Rudolf Virchow. Okay, so Rudolf Virchow coined the term. This can be the MCQ guys. Okay, this can be the MCQ. Okay, okay, so at this level we are going to study. Okay, today. So let's start. So genome. Okay guys, so genome is made up of 3.2 billion base pairs, 3.2 billion DNA base pairs. Okay, human genome. Okay, human genome. So which is so this 20k, 20,000 of which is protein encoding genes are there. Okay, so of 3.2 billion DNA base pairs, about 20, only in that only 20k, 20,000 protein encoding genes are there. Okay, and which is 1.5 of the total genome, 1.5% of the total genome. So if you see, interesting fact, there are, you know worms, right? Okay, you know worms, right? So these worms is made up of only thousands of the cell, only thousands of cells. But यू आपको जब मैं बताऊंगा कि इसमें भी ओनली 20,000, इसमें 20,000 प्रोटीन एनकोडिंग होते हैं, एनकोडिंग जीन्स होते हैं, प्रोटीन एनकोडिंग जीन्स। ओके, और ह्यूमंस में कितने होते हैं? 20,000 प्रोटीन एनकोडिंग जीन्स। ओके गाइस, सो इसका मतलब वर्म्स और हम ह्यूमंस सेम है क्या? नो। ओके, so the difference lies in this 98.5% genes, okay, which is not protein encoding, this is which is not protein encoding genes. And you should be knowing that there is a term which is called architectural planning. So human architectural planning is because of why? Because of non-coding gene, non-coding region of the, because of non-coding region of the genome. Okay guys, so out of that, means earlier you know that this 98.5% of genome, 98.5% of the genome, we were not knowing anything about them, okay, before 21st of century. So that is also, that time we called that matter is a dark matter of our genome, dark matter of our genome. So if MCQ comes, what is the dark matter of a genome? Answer this: 98.5% of the gene which does not code for the protein is a dark matter of genome. So this is also mysterious, okay guys. So that time it was a mysterious, we were not knowing. But now in 21st century, after we know the genome sequencing, so we were able to know that 85% is transcribed now, about 85% is transcribed now, and 80% of which is use or function of 80% of these 98.5% is regulation. Regulation of what? Regulation of gene expressions. So what they do, they regulate the gene expression. Okay guys, so this is what, so let's go further. सी गाइज, अगर ज़्यादा फास्ट हो रहा होगा सो आप वहाँ पर यूट्यूब में एक सेटिंग है, उसके अंदर जाकर आप उसको स्लो मोड में प्लेबैक भी कर सकते हैं। ओके, सो दिस इज़ अ सेल which I draw. So this is nucleolus, this is nucleus. Okay, so this is nothing but our chromosomes. Okay, so you can see this is the, this is euchromatin, this is heterochromatin. Okay guys, so going further, so this is here. Okay guys, so when you can see this chromosome structure under electron microscopes, you can only see this chromosome structure under electron microscope at a time of mitosis. During mitosis only these pair of chromatids are connected at a centromeres, right, are organized. So this is cellular organization we are looking, DNA. Okay, nuclear DNA and all. So this is chromosomes, this is short arm, this is long arm. This short arm is called as a P arm and this long arm is called as the Q arm. Okay, this is telomere. Telomere is make a cap of the short arm and long arm. Okay, so this is centromere where these two arms is joints. Okay, this whole is chromosome. Okay, so this chromosome is further divided or further, this is made up of, you can say this is made up of many octane, many octane or histone molecule. Okay, so this histone further get released or spread loosely and this is called as a heterochromatin. What it called? Heterochromatin. Okay guys, heterochromatin. So but this is quite inactive stage. Heterochromatin is inactive stage of chromosomes and this is dense. Heterochromatin is inactive and dense. When it is inactive, that they are in the dense form and that is called as a heterochromatin. When they get dispersed, they get activated. Okay, so we name that is called as a euchromatin. So this is euchromatin which is dispersed. Okay, and this is called euchromatin, which is active form. Okay, so further you can see this single circular structure. This is called as a nucleosomes. So this nucleosome is further divided into DNA. This is what our DNA. Okay, so let me tell you retrospective. So this is DNA. हम उल्टा जाते हैं अभी. This is DNA. So many DNA comes together and form a nucleosomes, and this is going to form a chromatin, euchromatin. Then many this nucleosome comes and it is called as a heterochromatin. And going further, this heterochromatin join heterochromatin. Then histone molecule is there. This is the histone molecule. This is octamer, or it means it contains 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 means octa. Okay, so this is octamer. So this histone molecules, and this many condense get condense, and this many is condense more and forms an this q arm. Okay guys, or chromatid. Okay, up to this you know. So you can you appreciate this thing here? Okay, between these two nucleosome there is one this fiber. Okay, so this we have transcribed. Okay, so this structure is like this. Okay, this structure is like this, which includes primer, exon. This is primer. Okay, exon, intron. This is intron. This is again exon. This is intron, and this is enhancer, and then again intron, then again exon. Okay, so after the splicing is done, so I'll be telling you each and everything. I'm just reading it for you. Okay guys, so I'll be explaining each and everything just for the sake. Listen to me. This is splicing. After that you can see this, after splicing you can see this mRNA. Okay, this mRNA. In what happens in splicing? In splicing we remove introns. Okay guys, so this is very helpful. This is very important steps. Otherwise what we will get mRNA with introns. Okay, so that is not good for us. Okay guys, so this is what structure. Okay, we are talking about anatomical perspective. Once transcription is done, after that splicing is done, then mRNA will get translated into the protein. Okay, after translation what is being made is the protein. Okay, this is protein structure. Okay, so how we read? Open reading 5 to 3. Okay guys, open reading. These are what? These are these are exons. Okay, in splicing we remove the introns and join all these exons. Okay guys, so now we'll go a bit deeper. Okay guys, so this is telomere. Telomere is what? Repetitive nucleotide sequence. Okay, this is telomere. What it do? It caps okay, it make a cap on this chromatid fiber. Okay, so now going further, these chromatids are organized into, of course, short arm and long arm. This is short is P arm, this long is Q arm. Okay guys, long is Q arm. Okay, now you can see this promoter. Okay, this promoter is what? Promoter is nothing but non-coding region of our DNA. Okay, this is non-coding region of our DNA, non-coding region, and this is helpful for the initiation of gene transcription. Okay, initiation of gene transcription. So now we'll see this chromatid fiber. This chromatid is made up of string of nucleosome. Okay, string of nucleosome. I have shown you the nucleosome, right? So this is nucleosome. See, this is nucleosome. So okay, so this is string of nucleosome which is connected by DNA linkers, which is connected by DNA linkers. And now let me tell you what is the enhancer. Enhancer is, do you know where is the enhancer? So enhancer is here. Okay, this is enhancer. Enhancer has a regulatory function. Okay, this is a regulatory element and this modulates the gene expression. Okay, what it do, it will modulate gene expression, gene expression. Okay guys, so this is exons and introns. Okay, this is exons and introns. What is this? This is a nucleotide sequence. Exons and introns are nothing but the nucleotide sequence in our gene. Okay, in our genes. But when we do splicing, okay, but when we do splicing, we remove the introns, and this only exons will covalently bond and go into the mRNA. Okay, so these introns will not go into the mRNA. Okay guys, so further, and next step is the translation. Okay guys, so this UTR means untranslated region. Okay, so this much is not translated, only this much amount is translated into protein. Okay, one more difference is that in exons and introns is that, of course, this coding region is what coding which get translated, sorry, which get into the into mRNA, transfer to the mRNA is exons, right? This is coding region, and introns is the non-coding region. Okay guys, so but when the transcription occurs, so this is the transcription, right? When transcription occurs, the entire gene get copied, right, into pre-mRNA. Okay, see this transcription. During this transcription, this entire gene is get copied, and this you can call a pre-mRNA. You can label it as a pre-mRNA. mRNA. Okay guys, and this exons is coding, introns is non-coding, and this end was is also promoters and enhancers are also non-coding. Okay guys, after splicing, this get transferred into mRNA, and introns will stay there only. Splicing is nothing but removal of introns. Okay, so this after mRNA formation, then it forms the translation occurs and it forms the protein. This is nothing but protein synthesis at a deep level. Okay guys, let me tell you one interesting facts that about 99.5% of DNA of our to humans, means like in you and me, suppose it's me and suppose it's you, we have 99.5% of DNA is identical. Okay, so and with chimpanzee we have 99% identical. Sequence is what? Identical. Our sequence is identical with chimpanzee. How much? 99%. And between two humans, between two any humans, it is 99.5%. So you can you will understand that only 0.5% of our DNA is how much important. Okay, and this is what is making uh, our variations from individual to individuals. We are only 0.5% individual. Okay, and the rest everything is the same. So this includes our differential susceptibility to disease, and this also includes our environmental exposures. Okay, and that's why this is important. And it's still but this 0.5% still represent 15 million DNA base pair. Okay, so we are 99% chimpanzee, and we all humans are 99.5% same or identical. DNA sequencing is identical. Okay guys, on this note, I'll stop today. So we will meet in next lectures, because this lecture is quite deep. You have to repeat it again and again. That's why I'm going very slowly, and I have repeated each 1 or 2 times. So till then, if you like my channel, or if you like our way of study, so do subscribe to study more. Do share this with your friend. Okay guys, thank you, thanks a lot. And next video will be maybe will be on continuity with pathology, in continuity of pathology. And don't forget to watch my short videos. These are the revision topics. Okay, so you can revision your small topic in 1 minute. Just watch it and let me know about this lecture and other video lectures in comment section, how you find it. Is it helping you or not? Okay guys, thank you, thanks a lot. Stay healthy, और ऐसे ही प्यार बनाए रखें.